Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I'm currently in A level doing psychology, biology and chemistry. However, today I'm going to be talking about the top things I think you should be doing in year 11 to get those top grades. So these were my grades at GCSE. Not the best, but they're good enough to give some advice. So let's get started. So number one is get organized. This will be a short one, but I really think having a timetable is a really good idea. Having your time planned is really important because it makes sure you get everything done and you don't leave stuff out. Also, in terms of keeping organized, make sure you know what subjects you're good in and what subjects you're weak in, and you plan your timetable accordingly, giving more time on the subjects that you're weaker in and less in the ones that you're stronger in. Right, number two is start revising early. Make sure you start your revision as soon as possible. If you want to get the top grades, it's the best idea to start from September. Also, remember to revise as much as you can for your mocks, especially this year with COVID going on. Those mocks might come very handy next year. Remember, the earlier you start revising, the easier it's going to be for you in the long run. Right, number three is make the most of your classes. Remember, when you're in a class, you should be focused only on the teacher and avoid any distractions around you. It is essential that you don't get distracted by your friends, and if you feel that your friends are being a distraction, it might be a good idea to go to the teacher and ask them if you can move somewhere else. Remember, at the end of the day, it's your GCSE you're working for, and it's in your hand of achieving it. At the end of the day, as bitter as it may sound, your friends don't care what you get. Alright, number four is ask questions. If you're struggling on something, it's essential you ask your teacher to fully understand that concept. It's very obvious that you don't know everything about that subject, otherwise you would be the one teaching it. So don't hesitate to ask any questions that you may have. In this way, you'll also be helping out your peers, as it could be a high chance that they also have a similar question to you. I know this video is going quite quickly, but this one might take a bit of time, so I feel like this is the most essential one, and it's number four, having good revision technique. Okay, I might break this down into small little bullet points in the video so it's easier for you to catch on and understand. So number one is have an aim for each session. For example, you could write, for the end of this session I want to blah blah blah. When I was in GCSE, what I used to do is have post-it notes, and before the study session I would write down what I actually wanted to get out of it. This really helped me after the study session evaluate my progress and if I actually did anything productive or not. Right, second bullet point is remember to take short breaks between your study session. Short bursts of 20 to 25 minutes are way more effective than a straight 1 hour study session, as your concentration will start to lapse over time. Okay, number three is find a nice quiet space to study. Remember, never study in your bed. Working or doing homework in bed will tend to reduce your focus, as most people associate bed with comfort and sleep. Doing such activities in bed can lead to deviation in the brain to become more lazy and asleep. Right, number four is notes. So I won't go into too much details into this because I never used to really make notes, as I never really found them helpful, but some people really find notes quite helpful and help them retain information. However, it comes down to everyone's different approaches into studying, and something that might work for me might not work for you. However, it might be a good idea to still make notes for each and every topic that you're doing, so when you come back you don't have to read through the entire book, you can just look through those notes and they can act as a summary. But one thing I can definitely tell you is passively reading a book is the most ineffective way to revise and retain information. You actually have to be actively learning the content. A good tip is to first go over the content and make flashcards for it, and every now and again go back to those flashcards and test yourself. It's scientifically proven that active recall is the best method for revision and retaining information in your mind. For those of you who do not know what active recall is, this is the Google definition.
Active recall is the process of remembering information. It is an efficient way of moving information from short-term to long-term memory so that you can easily draw on it again when you need it most, such as for an assessment or exam.
Now, for the most important technique, and I'm sure some of you have already guessed it, is past papers and practice questions. So either if you're doing English, math, science or geography, using practice papers and practice question is far by a very good method of revision and active recall. However, you got to remember that you must use them wisely. Remember, try use them closer to your real exam, because if you use all of them by your mocks, you won't have any left for your real exam, as you already probably know the answers to them, unless you have a memory of a goldfish and you already probably forgotten the answers. However, a way to overcome this is, instead of using all the practice papers, try using practice questions instead. They're also a really good way of revising and getting into the writing habit. Also remember, when you're doing the past papers, do them in timed conditions and exam conditions. This will really help you improve your time management skills, which is essential for your real exam. Using past papers will also help you understand the format of the questions, which will help you be better prepared for your test. Lastly, the mark scheme is your guardian angel. Using the mark scheme, you will understand the different types of answers that are required, and you can use this to structure your answer, letting you refine your answering skills and ultimately saving you time in the exam. Right guys, I know this video might have gone really fast. However, lastly, I know this is a bit abrupt. Assuming most of you are doing science GCSEs, I would highly recommend you getting access to the website My GCSE Science. It's by far the best science teaching GCSE website that I've come across, and through its help I was able to get all 9s in my sciences. I'll leave a link in the description below, and I would 100% recommend you check it out. That's all it for this video guys. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found some use of it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, take care, stay safe.